And good evening and welcome to this broadcast of Sell Your Own Product on Amazon for Income and Lifestyle. And we get situated out here on the bow as we move around, the camera's moving around. And just want to welcome you to this edition of Sell Your Own Products. Tonight we're talking about the best products to sell online. See, they put me up there on the bow and everything, so it sends out and you can see the ocean and all that. And it's really neat. I'm glad you're here. This is our first one of New Year's, which reminds me all the Hangouts, all the past Hangouts for the last year, the ones for 2014, I haven't got them listed yet, but I will get those listed this week. But all the ones for last year, from January all the way through December, are all on the website, privatelabelselling.com. You can go there anytime you want, and they're all listed by the dates and the topics and all that. You're welcome to listen to any one of them. They're all free. There's no charge. Go take a look at them, and it covers just about everything we can possibly think of that I thought of, and people suggested that, but it's gold in those things. Not saying that everything that proceeds out of my mouth is gold, but man, there is a lot of good stuff in there. I've got a lot of good tips. So if you want to learn private label, that's a good way just to go in there and pick it up. You know, on the Hangouts, I tell you what to do. It's just real simple. In the course, we tell you how to do it, and that's what's the difference between the Hangouts and the course. And so, with that being said, you know, what can I say? Tonight, we've got a special thing that we usually at this point we talk about our sponsor, which is usually the course. But this night it's not, because a good mentor of mine, somebody I followed for probably 12, maybe longer than that. I don't know. I'd have to look it up, and I don't know if I could look it back up, but it's somebody that I followed because the man knows exactly what he's talking. His name is Jonathan Laguerre, and he's come out with a new book. It's free, called Geek Free SEO. It's just that simple. It's of course he wants to sell something in there. There's links in there to buy something, but the words in there, the wisdom in there, this guy knows more about SEO than anybody else I know, than anybody else, as far as I'm concerned, that's on the internet. Because, and the neat thing about it, the guy is honest as the day is long. He won't steer you wrong. He's not trying to sell you something. He's trying to help you. And just like we do here, we strongly believe in honesty and all that. And so when Jonathan puts his book out, like I say, there are links in there, and that's fine. But the wisdom that comes out of those books, and because if you're selling private label, if you're selling on Amazon at all, or eBay or any of the other places like that, the time is here when you're going to need SEO. It's here because it's really getting, I won't say bad out there. It's not, because if you know what you're doing, there's no problem. You know, if you take a course, follow that thing, and you're going to be all right. Just don't go out there and trying to wing it by yourself. You know, what can I say? That's it. But that book is free. It's Geek Free SEO, and it's something that, I'll be honest with you, sometimes it takes a while for me to wrap my head around some of those SEO principles, because for some reason, I'm not built that way, and I don't think I ever will be. But thank God I've got somebody like this Jonathan Laguerre that I can go to, ask questions to, and learn from. And so that I know that when he tells me to do something, it's something I need to do. It's for my good. And so, like I say, the book's free. It's right over there. It should be on the right side or left side of your screen. If everybody comes, it's my right side, so I presume it's probably left on yours. But anyway, it's affiliates copy. It's just a tech link, and it's going to give you a download to a free SEO book, which I think that everybody ought to have in their arsenal, because what can I tell you? You need SEO now, when you're building your product, when you're listing your product, when you're doing promotions on your product, you need SEO. And the farther along you get, the more SEO you've got. Matter of fact, the farther you get into it, it's pretty much SEO in the end, because when we go to promote, which is the last module of the course and everything, it's all SEO. So I suggest you pick up the book. It's free, and just go from that. So that's enough about that, because what we're going to talk about tonight is we're talking about the best products to sell online. So let's go over here to the PowerPoint like we always do. And I see we've got some new people on watching us tonight, and all I can say is, oh, now why isn't that working? Man, I had this all set, and now it's not. Hold a minute. Hold a minute. Shoot. There it is. There's the PowerPoint. Okay. All right. It's the best products to sell online. I'm sorry about all this. I had it all set up, and then I don't know what's going on. But anyway, hope you can all see it. I can see it. So best products to sell online. So what are the best products to sell online? What are we going to get into it? Let's go into it and see what we've got to say. So first thing we're telling you is, what constitutes a product? A product can be either informational. It could be an ebook, a special report, or how to make $1 million in an hour. I just kind of put that in to be facetious, but if you follow anything online, there is a lot of stuff out there that they tell you, you can make thousands in a day just by doing this certain thing and that. And come on, guys, give me a break. But what I'm trying to tell you is, and some people do a good job of selling information. There's a lot of great informational products, like that one I was just telling you about by Jonathan Laguerre. That thing, that is a great informational product. You can learn more because it's the title of it is Geek-Free SEO, and it's something you need if you're selling on Amazon, you're selling on eBay. I don't care where you're selling it. If you're going to promote your product, you need to know about SEO, and that's free. And what's that? And I didn't mean to get off on that anyway. So I said, but what constitutes a product can be the informational, and we're going to be physical on the next page here. But an ebook, you can get an ebook written for you if you don't want to do it yourself, or if you want to do it yourself. I wrote one ebook when I sold my business. That's been what, 15 years ago, something like that. Boy, time flies, I'll tell you. Anyway, I sold my business, and what did I do? I decided, well, it was a decorating business. If you follow me, you know that. And so I thought, well, I need to write an ebook on this. So I got busy, and I think I spent about 3-4 months almost steady, but drove my wife crazy writing this ebook. Got it all ready, got it all packaged, got it all put up on the internet, and what happened? It didn't sell very good. What can I tell you? The reason why is because it wasn't because the book wasn't any good. It was basically because there was I didn't know anything about SEO, didn't know how to promote it, didn't know how to do anything like that. And 12 years from now, I do different. But the book's a little bit outdated, and I don't even know if I've got a copy of it on my hard drive anymore or not. Anyway, it doesn't make any difference. But I'm going to tell you something. This is what constitutes a problem. So, and a special report. A special report is, you'll see this all the time in a lot of times when they want you to buy something or something. They'll give you a special report if you go. And of course, the special report talks about all that different stuff, and it makes sense. But that's what a special report. There's nothing wrong with those. They're good. Most of the time, a good, well thought out and special report is something that's worth your time reading, because they're going to give away a valuable information in there, something you're going to need to know. Of course, it's a teaser to get you to buy something else, but that's okay. You don't have to buy it, but you need to stick the information in here because it's important. So let's go. What constitutes, and of course, physical. Now, I put that thing, what, where, when. Anything you can conceive can be made into a product. You can go to Alibaba. You can go to global sources. You can go to a lot of the websites, the wholesale sites, and that. And man, you can find just about anything. Anything, like I say, anything that can be conceived can be made into a product. So, with that being said, if that's really true, if anything can be conceived, But the question is, what is the best product to sell online? And that's what the whole thing is about tonight. What is the best product to sell online? Well, the best product is, well, that depends on you, my friend. That depends on you. You see, because the best product is something that, if you're going to sell a product on Amazon, you're going to sell it eBay, you're going to sell it, I don't care, anywhere on the internet, or if you're going to stand out in the street corner and sell a product, it's got to be something, if you want to do good on it, it's got to be something that you're proud of, that you like, you know? And so we go into that. Well, that depends on you. So you see there, that depends on you. You know, you're taking your bow. So the question is, what makes you tick? You know, let's get down to it. We're not all the same. Thank God you're not all like me. And you understand what I'm saying? We all have different likes, dislikes, and all that. We're all different. We're not all cut from the same mold or anything like that. And I think that would be a boring world if we were. But you got to figure out what makes you tick. Are you an artist? If you're an artist, for God's sakes, paint pictures. Start an online art gallery. Sell yours and others' artwork. You know, it's really simple. If you're a writer, write about what you're passionate about. Are you passionate about selling online? Are you passionate about one of the political candidates? Or are you, whatever you're passionate about, for God's sakes, write about it. Are you going to make $1 million on your first article? No. You're not going to make but you're going to start to build your brand and build your following in that. And every article gives you more and more followers and then all that until you're in demand and people start paying you for your work. And you'd be surprised what the heck you can make for one good a copywriter, for instance. If you can do copywriting and everything like that, they will get upwards of $1,000 for one page. Usually it's closer to $4,000 or $5,000 on a big launch or something like that. If it's a product page that they're selling something like that, and they really want it to go, they'll pay up to $4,000 or $5,000 for, and probably more than that. For just one page, which I think is great. So, what makes you tick? Are you a manager? Are you a manager? There's a lot of good managers out there. Not all employees make good managers. Not all good managers make employees, as far as that goes. You know, if you're a manager and you know what you're doing and you'll be fine. For God's sakes, here's what you need to do. You need to make videos of your management principles. Make videos of it. Become a recognized management expert. You know, get on there, start a management membership site, something like this, that people come and look, and you teach them about how to be a good manager and that. Get your brand out there, get you going, and you'll do all right. We're going to cover it later. Are you a conqueror? Now, this is what a lot of people that take my course are what I call a conqueror. A conqueror is somebody that you pick a niche you like. You sell private label on Amazon, eBay, you build a brand, and then if you're a conqueror, let me tell you what a conqueror is. And it's kind of hard to say. A conqueror is somebody that sees something, a challenge, and he goes after that challenge, and he works on that challenge, and then what does he do? He once he does that challenge, and once he achieves his goal, once he gets going, once he achieves his goal, completes it, he kind of loses interest, and it kind of falls apart. In the restaurant business, there's a lot of conquerors. And what do? They'll come into a town and they'll start a new restaurant and build that up. Start that new restaurant with a new concept, whether it be Mexican or whatever island or anything it can be, but they craft it, they make it unique, they build that business, and they get that business going, and they really get it going to their number one, number two in the town, number one usually, and everything. And so what happens? They don't have any place to go up unless they go to the next town, which is usually not that they usually don't do it. What do? The best thing for them to do is to sell that business, go to the next town, and start another one. That's what a conqueror does, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. You're going to find there is a lot of conquerors in the world, and like I say, especially in the restaurant niche or furniture. Another thing, a lot of furniture store owners will work their business to 4 or 5 years when they get it up and they really get it going, and then it somehow loses their interest to it, so they go on and they sell it and go on and build another one. Nothing wrong with that. That's just, if that's your idea, you know. I used to do that all the time with the websites. We've talked about that before. I would build a website, get it going till it was making over $1,000 a month, something like that, and I'd sell it. You know why? Because I wanted to build another one, and you know, with a different topic or something. That's just the way to do it sometimes. So what else? You can be an entrepreneur. And an entrepreneur is kind of like a conqueror, but a little bit different. You pick a niche you like, sell private label, Amazon, eBay, others, build a brand, increase the product line, your brand. When you got that brand, you can have more than one product, have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, however many fits inside that brand that you figure, and then build a second brand. Well, first of all, you hire a brand manager to take over that brand, take care of it, and then you build another brand. You build another product line, hire a brand manager, build a second brand, become the expert, go-to expert in your niche, whatever that niche is. Become that go-to expert in your niche. Hire a second brand manager, build a third brand. You just keep going on and on until you decide you want to go and live the private label lifestyle and relax on the beach and that's what you do. But what can I tell you? You know, that's an entrepreneur. See, and then if you're like a lot of people, you just want to supplement your income, and there's absolutely nothing right. There's a lot of people like myself who are boomers. They're looking down, and they're somewhere getting close to their 60s and the 50s maybe, or something like that. I wish that was me. That's a few years ago, but anymore now. But anyway, you know what I'm talking about, and you're there, and you're looking, and you really want to retire, and you just put it all together and realize that if you really want to retire and enjoy the lifestyle that you're enjoying now, then you're going to have to do something. So you want to supplement your income. Well, you don't want to go out and start a business where you have to work 50 hours. I mean, 50 hours a week, don't I work 60, 70 hours a week if you got your own business. You don't want to do that. You want something to supplement your income so you can retire. So you do the private label lifestyle. You learn the private label lifestyle. You know, you supplement your income. You pick a niche you like, and then you sell private label, Amazon, eBay, and others, and relax and enjoy the private label lifestyle. You don't have to build it to 10, 12 products, lines or something like that. Build it to 2 or 3. A lot of times you can do that. And so 2 or 3, if you've got, you know, an extra $1,000 a week coming in, that would sure help in retirement. You know, you don't have to worry about it, you know, and that's what you can do with a couple good private label products. You know, you can, it's conceivable. It's very conceivable, and you can do it probably in 6 months. You know, it's not it, but what can I tell you? So, and then the last one are those looking to make a quick buck. And I put it down, and I'll be honest with you, forget it. Go get another part-time job, because what you're going to do, you're going to throw something together in private label. You're going to get it something like that, a really shoddy job. Well, I'll give you an example. I get emails, and this came in Monday of this week. Yes, it was Monday of this week. A gentleman wrote me an email and said, "Terry, can you help me? I don't know what. I purchased this product. I've got it listed on Amazon. I've got the product is in there, and everything is listed and all that. But when I go to find it, it doesn't even come up in a query." And I said, "Oh, you know," back, and I said, "Well, show me the product, or tell me what the product is." So he told me the product. Now, and if he's on here tonight listening, I apologize. I'm just using you as an example because I want people to learn from this, because, man, there's certain things you can't help. And this is one I could, because he had a good product. It was a great looking product. he hadn't put a lot of work into it. It was a good product. He'd sourced it. He was buying it at a good price, and he had it listed on Amazon. Now, the thing, let's go from there. In the product, in the category he was in one of the most competitive categories on Amazon. And now, this guy when he listed the picture, like I say, it was a good product, but he had one picture in his listing, one picture over there on the left side, and the picture didn't even do good to the product. I mean, do justice to the product. He had one picture. Bullet points. He had 3 bullet points, and I'm saying this, if one of those bullet points, the biggest one maybe had 6 words, they were terrible. Description, there was no description now in this product. And so the guy he's trying to tell me, what am I doing wrong? Why won't it come up? And so, and on his title was, he had keywords in his title, but because like I say, this was a real competitive niche. Those same keywords that were in the title were in just about everybody else's product in that niche. So I wrote back to him and I said, my friend, what do you expect Amazon to do? Amazon wants to show their customers the product with the best-selling product in that niche, with the most reviews, and the selling the best. I said, you've got no pictures, you've got a lousy title, you don't have anything that's different in your title to separate you from the others, or anything like that. You've got bullet points that aren't even bullet points; they're just like a little afterthought. And no description. What do you expect Amazon to do just because you're new, to put your product up there? And they're not going to do it, guys. That's what I'm telling you about. So I wrote him back, and I think he hasn't wrote me back, so I think I kind of made him mad, and I didn't mean to. I was just trying to get him on the right track, to get him to know that if you're going to be successful in that, especially the thing was, he picked one of the most competitive things on Amazon. So it was good. And it's one that, man, they sell thousands of them every day. So enough said about that. I'm not trying to pick on him. I feel sorry for the guy, because it was kind of like this. And I'm not saying he's a quick buck guy, but it acted like it, because it was just like he went out and bought something, threw it up on Amazon, and he expected to sell. It don't work that way, guys. Don't work that way. So what can I tell you? If you're just looking to make a quick buck, forget it. Go get another job. When you're selling on Amazon or you're selling on eBay and you want to be successful, there's certain things you got to do. So to go on with this, where do you find a product to sell? Where do you find? We've talked about this tonight. I'm trying to do a little bit different on this because where do you find a product to sell? If you're an artist, right there is a link right there, and that's Amazon's bestsellers, home kitchens, paintings, and all that. If you're going to sell on Amazon, then the first thing you should do is go to Amazon and see what's selling on Amazon. You don't go to Alibaba and try to find something that you like, and then you expect to bring it back and take it and put it on Amazon, and you expect it to sell because you like it. That's ludicrous, folks. That's ludicrous. Set yourself up to win. What you do is you go to Amazon, find out what's selling good on Amazon, copy that product, make that product better, and list it under your own brand and your own name. It's just that simple. That's the way you want to do it. You don't want to go to Alibaba looking for a product to sell on Amazon. Now, when you find a product on Amazon you want to sell, and you think you can really sell that and do a good job, and you can make that product better, then you go to Alibaba and find out what you can buy the product for, and how you can change it, how you can brand it, how you can make it yourself, how you can add something to it. Guys, folks, that's it. That's it in a nutshell. Other than the promotion and that's it. It's not that complicated. But how many people go to Alibaba? And people in the course, they keep sending me, Terry, I found this in Alibaba. What do you think about it? And to the point now, a lot of times I don't even answer them back, because, guys, no, I shouldn't say that. I do. But to point out, because it's really important that you don't go to Alibaba or global sources or Alibaba Express, and stay away from Alibaba Express. Alibaba Express, I'll tell you right now, is nothing but brokers. In other words, they go to a manufacturer over in China, they agree to buy so much or get a promotion, and then they promote it to you. They're brokers, and you're not going to get the best deal. You're not going to get anything, but that's what Alibaba Express is mainly is brokers. So my advice to you is stay away from Alibaba Express. Matter of fact, that brings me to it, and I forgot about it. I was going to put another link up there to you because there's a neat product that I found out about this week on Alibaba, and I will tell you about it next week. So I'm sorry about it. So where to find a product? If you're a writer, write what makes you tick. Then I got lost. Writer. No, here we are. Okay, I'm sorry. What makes you tick? An artist, paint pictures, writer, write about your product. Manager, make videos of your management principles, become a recognized man, start a management membership site. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. So if you're a conquer, pitch and sell private label, build a brand and sell. And I think I got all lost up here. So I'm sorry, folks, and I forgot where I'm at. Hold on a minute. That depends on you. Conquer. All right. Okay, get it. All right, here we are, right here. I'm sorry. All right, here we go. That's that link there. Go to Amazon. If you're thinking about art, find out. There's the link right there. Bestsellers, home and kitchens, paintings, and it'll tell you what's selling best on Amazon. And then either paint those, hire somebody to paint it, or do whatever you have to do. Make copies and sign them like that, or whatever you have to do. But do that if you're an artist. If you're a writer, find out what people are asking for in your niche and start writing. It's just that simple. Your management, start a management site, see the entrepreneur below, and manage one of his brands. And that's being kind of cute. I put that, it should have came after it, but it did. But what can I tell you? So where to find a product? If you're a conqueror, if you're selling on Amazon, Amazon. If you're selling on eBay, eBay. And the thing about if you're a conqueror, you have to keep focused. You can't be going back and forth. Listen to this guy or listen to that guy, and you take a little here and a little there, and you try to put it all together, and it don't work that, guys. It doesn't work that way. I'm not saying you have to follow me. Not everybody has to follow me, but find somebody that's good, knows what they're talking about, and follow them and stick it and follow their system until you know their system, and then go out and start trying some other people's ideas or something like that. But learn the product you've got first. It's just that simple. Entrepreneur, same as above, keep focused, but always expand your view. Always expand your view. Because in an entrepreneur, you're always looking for some way to make your product better, your business better, to sell more, to see more, to get more exposure, more people to see your product. Whatever it takes. That's what an entrepreneur does. It's whatever it takes. If it's doing broadcasts like this, if it's whatever, you're standing on a street corner, giving people samples, that's what it is. So you take it, and then what do? Once you find that product, you make it better. You make it sweeter. Always raise the bar. Perceived value must be more. So you sweeten the pot. That's what you do, sweeten the pot. And that's real simple. Like we've talked to a lot of the last Hangouts we've talking about made the product better, how you make the product better, whether it's an ebook, whether it's a recipe book, whether it's especially a nice box. I had one guy tell me the other day that he was surprised. He went to a manufacturer and he wanted to make the product better, something like that. And before they were putting it in a nice looking blister pack and all that, it came, but he wanted to kind of raise the bar, wanted to make his product better, wanted to make his product pirate proof. And so we went and asked him how much, and he found out it was only 12 cents more per product to put it in an engraved box. Now, Give me a break. That's a no-brainer. That's what you want to do because you want to make that product better. You want to make that product better looking. The perceived value, you put it in a box over that is going to, perceived value is going to be $2-3 more just by putting it in a box. What can I say? So sweeten that pot, make it better. So then what happens? If you do that, you're going to live the private label lifestyle. And right there, and the link down there in the bottom is where you can go. That's where we have the, that's where you learn all about the course and everything like that. And we didn't talk about that much tonight. We were talking about John's book, which I'll plug one more time. That's the link right over there, because we're going to take that down in a few minutes because we're going to go to the question and answer. But that's John's link over there. It's completely free. It's Greek-free SEO. In other words, geek-free, what it means is you're going to be able to understand it. Just like I did. I think it's a great book, or I wouldn't recommend it. But it is, because like I say, if you're selling on Amazon, eBay, or any of those places, you're going to need eventually to know SEO, because that's where, when you get into the module 8 in the course and everything, it's all about promote. And man, that's when you're going to have a crash course in SEO, and you need to know it. So what can I tell you? Get the book. It's free. And with that being said, let's go over here to the beach. And I think we're going to hit right here. No, beaches. Oh, man, I'm having trouble tonight. Beach is not right there. No. Okay. There, we'll go back over to the boat. Okay, there I am in all my glory. Thank you. What can I tell you? Let me get down here. We're going to take the showcase off, and we're going to add the question and answer thing. The question and answer is up there in your right corner. It's a 9-digit little box. You click on, I think the third one on the right is will have you answer questions in that. So I'll be glad to answer any questions you've got about private label selling, or whatever you've got the question on. If I can help you, why, what can I tell you? That's what it's all about. I would be glad to help you. So got rid of that. We've got some viewers tonight, quite a few out there. So ask if you want to ask some questions, ask. If not, why, you're going to have to hear me talk for a few more minutes, because we got some more time. We don't have to go that long, but hopefully we'll. What are we going to say? Oh, I know to tell you something. I don't know if you guys are aware of it, but Amazon is starting a new program. And I'll be honest with you. I've got this habit, and it's bad, but I've been doing it for years. And the thing of it is, I clean off my desk religiously once a year. And I've been doing this for years, and it's New Year's Day. And so I cleaned off my stuff on New Year's Eve, and I had some neat stuff out here to tell you about tonight. And I put it somewhere that I can't find it. And I apologize for that. I will eventually find it, and I'll tell you about it. But I'm telling you about Amazon has started this new product, and not new product. It's a new program for FBA, people that are doing FBA. Because I think we talked about this before. If you've read about it in the newspaper, it's been on the news and everything like that. Amazon wants to have a warehouse within 4 hours of everybody in the United States. So they can deliver. They can promise same-day delivery. That's what it's all about. That's where they're going, and they're going to get there. They are. And so one of those, they've got a program out for people that are selling FBA and have got their stuff in a warehouse, and they want to become part of that program. And maybe I'm getting here in where I shouldn't, because I read it. It's been 3-4 days ago, and what can I tell you? I'm there you go. I never mind. You understand what I'm saying? It was going straight through. So what can I tell you? But anyway, what they're doing, they're trying to set up a program to find people that are willing to, if they've got storage space in that, they will share that with you, and it's rather complicated. I've got to find it, and I will tell you about it. Another thing I've got is I think a lot of you are aware of that Amazon has made a lot of changes in their title. And when you list your product and your title, it used to be you got 200 characters, and that was it. You couldn't go over 200 characters. And I've always taught that whatever you do, you take those 200, make sure you've got every keyword you can think of in those 200 characters that are important, the important ones, and go through. And so you create a listing. But and about 3-4 months ago, Amazon started department by department changing that rule. And a lot of them are down to only 50 characters per title in different departments. And so I've been back and forth with Amazon, and I've got some here, and I'm going to put this on the site for those that would like to see it. But it says, thank you for, I have provided the title requirements for the categories below. So these are categories change now. If you want to cut, like I say, I'm going to put this on the site. It'll be on there. But for right now, in baby, you're only allowed 50 characters again for the title. In beauty, you're only allowed 50 characters maximum. Camera, electronics, and office problems, 150 characters. Groceries, that's one of my big things that I was in, and not so much anymore, but it's 50 characters. Health, groceries and health, I used to do a lot in that 50 characters maximum. Home and garden is still 200. Industrial and scientific is 150 characters maximum. Outdoors, 50 characters. Sports, 50 characters. Tool and home improvement, 50 characters. Toys and games, 100 characters. So that's just something, like I say, we'll have that on the site. We'll put that on because that's all important. You need to know if you're going to do your title, because, man, especially when they're down to 50 characters, you have to have the keywords in there, the ones that are really going to bring people in there. So it's not like when you had 200, you could really put a lot of keywords in. When it's down to 50, man, you need to agonize over that. And that's one of the reasons that I always, up until a couple months ago, suggest recommended merchant words, because merchant words is just on Amazon. They do a good job, but not some more. This friend of mine I told you about, John Laguerre, has a real good program called Keyword Canine, and I'm going to tell you it's fairly expensive, but I'm going to tell you, you can dig in there, you can dig down, go down and down and down, and you can find those keywords, the ones that are really going to bring people into you and to buy your product, and that's what you need. It's not like what merchant words couldn't go that deep anymore. And so what can I say? So I'm not trying to sell you a product there tonight or anything else, but I'm going to tell you right now that when you're down to 50 keywords, you've got to make every syllable in those keywords count, because that's gold. That's what Amazon uses as the basis for what they put in the search engines. So when somebody types in one of your keywords or something like that, that's how you get shown, and you've got to make those unique to you. It's like I was saying about that guy that had no unique words in there. He had the same as everybody else, and there's no wonder he wasn't getting. So you got to be unique anymore. You have to be. Those are gold. And so we're going to talk more about that in the coming weeks. I'm going to have a program, or a hangout like this on SEO and that, because it's really getting to the point where it's important. And then a lot of people in the course are getting to the point where they've got their people out. Oh, and tell you something. One of the things I was really happy about, and not surprised, but I'm happy, and just really because so many of the course members that I've talked to sold out at Q4. And that's what it's all about, guys. That's what it's all about, and that's what it's successful. Next year, we're going to have more. Amazon, without me preaching, but Amazon was, at last I heard, they were 14% over what they were last year. And man, don't you think the things that are going on now, and the problems we're having, with terrorists and all that, and shooting up. people, Amazon, remember what I said, Amazon wants to be the #1 seller of goods, retail seller of goods and services in the world. And they're getting there. And because of what's going on, they're getting help from terrorists. And I hate to say that, and I'm sure they not, but you understand what I'm saying. It's time to get on board, guys. It's time to get on board. Get with it, because, okay, you know, it's so I do have a question up here. So hold on a minute. Let me pull it up. Select it. It's Ebola. My question is about the coupon code we discussed during the last Hangout you had with me. Can you kindly share us how we can determine the number of promo codes to give out as a way of control? No, I can't. I've got a question into Amazon right now, and I'm waiting for them to give me an answer. One of the ways I know to do it is to take the excess product you've got and reserve it, and so that it can't be sold, which is one of the ways, but there's got to be an easier way, and I will get back to that. I am sorry. I've been busy this week because we had another problem with one of the guys in the course, that he sells a product, and one of his competing products had a video in the, you know, on the left side. When you have your pictures, you're allowed 7 or 9, depends on the department you're. When he had that, and there was a video showing on one of his competitors, and it was not really a great video. Matter of fact, it was part of a TV show that somebody caught where they were trying to promote this product, and so he asked me about it, and I said I don't, because what happened maybe 2 years ago, Amazon did allow some videos on there, and I don't know what happened. They never said. Just all of a sudden they took them off, and that's Amazon's prerogative. But I didn't know how this one got in here, and he asked me about it, and I didn't know. So I went back and forth with Amazon special services and that to find out what was going on, and all they would tell me is that that product. First, they said, this is what they said. First of all, said they'd check into it. Took them 2 days to get back to me, and then they said, well, that product was originally sold by Amazon. Oh, I know. The first time they got back to me, they told me that only those products that are sold by Amazon themselves can have videos in. So something they're trying out, and it's going to be available to different people. I mean, you know, all FBA sellers and that later on, but it's not now. And so I looked at it, and I saw that, no, this was not by Amazon. It was sold by somebody else. And so I questioned them back, and it took them 2 days to get back to me. And finally, this is what they said in a nutshell. They said, Terry, that product was originally sold by Amazon. And because of that, that video was grandfathered in there. Now, I think that's a bunch of malarkey, you know, so be it. And what am I saying? I can't, but they said that they'll take it into consideration, and they're working on it so we can all put videos on Amazon. Well, I don't know if that's such a good deal or not, because you're going to get a lot of pirates, I think, on that, but we'll talk about that later. You know, there's nothing we can do till we find out, but I want you to know, so I've kind of been busy with that, and yes, and Ebola says to give out as a way of control. Yes, and I answered that. So yes, like I say, you can put your product on reserve, which would solve that problem. But I think there's got to be a better way to do it. There used to be, and they took it out, and so we're going to find out. And as soon as I get it, I will get back to you, because I know you're getting close to the point where you want to do that. So what can I tell you? We will get it for you. So all right. So, any more questions? That one is done. That's Ebola, and he's from England. One of the guys in the course, and I love talking to him. I wear hearing aids sometimes, and sometimes I have a problem hearing somebody, and he's one of those persons I do, but he's one of the neatest guys I know, and you wait, mark my word, from give that man a year and a half or so, and he's going to be flying high. He's going to be one of those $1,000 a month guys or something, because he knows what he's doing. He crosses his T's, dots his I's and all that kind of stuff, and he's going to be good. And I think, let me see. Okay, here's another one I think he's got. I was trying to get a barcode for my product on eBay about an hour ago. I was, however, got confused with the number. Got confused with the number of different sellers and the news. Oh, shoot, hold on a minute. And the news about Amazon rejecting some UPC codes. Is there any way one can over this? I didn't heard. I think there was something about somebody was putting some fake UPC codes or something in there, and I think Amazon's taking care of that. If you buy it from a legitimate site, there should be no problem. Because you're going to get the UPC, the EAN, they're all going to come, and you should have it. There should be no problem with that. And you can buy them on eBay. That's a good place to buy them. Trying to get a barcode for my product on eBay about an hour ago. Got confused with the number of different sellers and the news about Amazon's. Okay, I think that I would think that eBay, I think it'd be a good place to buy it, because I think eBay would stand behind it if you did get a bad one. And I don't think you could. I think the thing about you getting a bad UPC code is, I don't think it's going to happen, because all those people, especially on eBay, they're gonna stand behind it. If you buy something to get a bad, they'll stand behind it, just like Amazon will. I don't think there's a problem. I think there's a good place. In the course, there's a place to buy, and there's a lot of different ones. I buy them online all the time, and I've never had a problem. And I know so many other people that do it and never had a problem. So I just wouldn't worry about that. All right, so that's UPC. Ebola here is got another one. Sorry, I meant to write about overcoming. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I don't think you have to worry about it on eBay. I'll tell you, because eBay is going to stand behind it, just like Amazon would. If you bought a fake buyer like that, and why would somebody do it? Because they might what do you think? Especially when you're talking about buying barcodes. So you've got a seller on eBay that sells you a bad barcode. You're going to know it's a bad barcode within a few hours or something like that. And those things are not really expensive. We're talking $1.50. Maybe if you only buy one, you might pay up to $10 for one. But if you buy 20 of them, you're usually about $1.50 or something like that. And if you're selling on Amazon and you're going to keep doing it, buy the 20 or buy the 10, whatever it is, to get it down there. But the thing of it is, Amazon, eBay, they're going to stand behind that product. All you'd have to do is write a complaint to them. They'll shut that guy off, that seller off, faster than you don't know what. And the same with Amazon. It's just when you go to rinky-dink sites to do it. But most of those, if Amazon, eBay, man, go for it. I don't think you have a thing to worry about. If you do, I'm sure eBay will reimburse you or take care of it. What can I say? I don't know. I really believe that's it. I think you're fine. I think there's no problem at all. I'd go buy it, go get that, get it done, get your listing on there, and we're gonna take a look at it, and then it's gonna be great. So that's what I like. What can I tell you? What are we talking about here? It is 8:51. So, and not that I'm kind of thing, I just wanted to see. So we've any more questions there? We're glad to answer any questions. Excuse me a minute here. I promise you this week I'm going to take this new program that I'm using, because I know it was kind of goofed up tonight. I will look at it, and like I say, I've really been busy, but that's not the excuse. I forgot about it until I logged in tonight and started to go on it, and then I realized we had that. And because you know, at least the logo sting worked tonight. You know what I'm talking about is this thing right here. No, now it won't. That it's got to start. Now it comes. I hope. No. All right, we're going to go back to the boat. Now it's not working. I definitely got some problems here, and I don't know what to tell you. It's there we go. We're going to go back on the boat now. I actually like the beach here. I like to go back to the beach as well. There we are, the beach. That's a good place to be. I like the beach. What can I tell you? I was going to say sunny beach, but that's really not, what can I tell you? That's the beach back there. We're just, I'm like a half a mile from the intercoastal. That's the intercoastal right there. So you look out there, you can see the other place where it's Hutchinson Island, Jupiter Island and that. And well, that's Jupiter Island actually from where I'm at. So another mile down the road is Hutchinson Island. So anyway, what can I tell you? If we got some more questions, I'd be glad to answer questions. If not, we are going to sign off. Like I say, there's that free ebook told you about, Jonathan Laguerre's. And if you missed it, send me an email, and I'll be glad to give you a link to it or something so you get it. But I guess that's about it. I don't see any more questions coming. We had a good time tonight. It's the first time back for 3 weeks. I'm sorry I'm a little rusty. And like I say, I need to work on this thing, get it going. I apologize for it not being right. I think you know me, I don't expect things to be perfect because they're not. Especially when you're working for Amazon, Amazon changes their rules all the time. And that's what we were working on a lot this week because it's so important. Like I say, a couple months ago, it used to be 200 characters per thing. Now everything's different, and not all those I got listed. So I'm going to have to keep researching until and most of the ones I don't have on that list are the gated categories. So we're going to put those down. We're going to work on it. And like I say, for guys' sakes, if you're interested in private label selling, go to privatelabelselling.com. It's got all the past Hangouts for the year. It's going to have them from 2 years ago, and this one here will be listed in the first one for 16. So with that being said, I am going to sign off, stop this broadcast, and I want to tell you I appreciate you joining me. I hope you had a good time and hope you learned something, and that's what makes it worthwhile to me. If you learn something, that's what we want. Like to see you on the course. If you want to join the course, what can I tell you? You won't regret it. I'll take you by the hand, and we'll hold you by the hand, and we'll get your products sourced, listed, and into Amazon and selling, so that every second week Amazon sends you a nice little notice saying we are depositing X amount of dollars in your bank account. And wouldn't it be nice when you get it when that X amount of dollars turns to thousands, turns to 10,000, 20,000, 50,000 a month when you're in there, 100,000 a month. We got people doing it, guys. You can do it. What can I tell you? If you want to save a lot of time, you join the course, and we'll get you there. With that being said, I am going to stop this broadcast. I enjoyed it, had a good time, and we shall see you next Thursday.